Yeah, so earlier we were talking about postpartum care for sheep and goats, and I just want to reiterate things that are important. There are actually three things or four that you have to do when it comes to taking care of your lamb, and I want you to pay attention to these things I want to say. I said the first thing you need to do is to do with cleaning of the nostrils. Why are we cleaning the nostrils? We want to make sure that the airway is patent and the animal is able to breathe well, and the lungs are able to, distend to their full capacity. Once you are able to do that, a major problem has just been solved because things like pneumonia will not set up and the animal will be very healthy and will be able to stand up very quickly. Now, the next thing you need to do within the first 15 minutes of life is to use iodine to treat the umbilical cord. When you use iodine to treat the umbilical cord, it helps you prevent things that we call ascending tract infection. And when you do this, bacteria will not be able to gain access to just the newborn lamb. And because their immune system is not so sophisticated, you are able to prevent all of these diseases. Now, after you've done that, the next thing you need to pay attention to is the colostrum that the mother has just, produced. Because when an animal gives birth, the first milk, that's within the first 72 hours of life, is called colostrum. And within this colostrum, we have antibodies. By antibodies, I mean they are like gated men or policemen or security men that the young animal needs to be able to withstand the diseases in the environment. Yes, the mother has been in this environment for a long time and has been able to acquire immunity against the diseases. This immunity is what passes to the young one through the milk. So you have to make sure that the young ones get access to colostrum as quickly as possible. Now, the fourth thing which you need to pay attention to is the fact that are you sure the sheep or the mother was able to groom the young animal very well? If the sheep is inexperienced or you notice that the body is still wet, you have to take a dry towel to clean the body and make sure that the animal is as it should be. Now, after you've done this, you now focus on the mother. What do we want to check for the mother? We want to see, okay, is the placenta out? And check if the placenta is not out, you give it some time. Provide food for the mother, provide water, and when the placenta is out, make sure that this sheep or this goat do not consume the placenta, that they do not eat it. How do you prevent them from not eating it? Make sure that you have food, you have water. When there is food and there is water, the animal will not be too hungry that it want to consume or eat up the placenta that just came. So what I advise farmers to do is this. Once you see the placenta, you take it and go and bury it outside your farm. Why are we burying it outside our farm? Is because it's a good breeding ground, because it's the content of the placenta is more than 70% of blood. Its blood is a good breeding ground for bacteria, for viruses, for all these organisms that plague animals. So we do not retain it within our soil because it comes with a lot of microbes that will affect the entire herd eventually. So if you found value with what I've just shared, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I remain your friend and progressive partner, Dr. Samuel. See you on the next video.